Hello my dear students, welcome to our science class. As you all know that we have already started with chapter 8. Today we will be discussing about 8.4, 8.5 and 8.6. First let us begin with graphical representation of motion. Means we are going to represent this motion in the form of a graph, right? So when we use a graph for the pictorial representation of two sets of data, it is known as the graphical representation of data, and we always use a line graph to describe the motion of an object. This graph shows the dependency of a physical quantity, that is speed or distance, on another quantity, that is for example time. Fine. First, let us discuss about distance time graph. Here you can see the distance is taken on this axis and this time is taken on this axis. Okay. Again a straight line slope is there. Yes. In the previous sessions we have discussed about the uniform and non-uniform motion also, right? That time also we had done the discussion about the graph. So if the straight line graph is there, means it is a uniform motion, isn't it? So when the object is moving with uniform velocity, the slope of graph is always a straight line. In other words, slope of straight line of a distance time graph shows that object is moving with uniform velocity, and we can determine the speed of the body from the distance time graph. Here what we have taken, the change in the position of a body with time can be represented on the distance time graph, and here we have taken the distance on y-axis and the time is taken on x-axis. Now if you will observe with the regular increase in the time duration, the speed, or I can say the distance is also increasing at the regular interval of time. That is why it is known as the uniform velocity. Fine. And the graph is got in the straight line form, means it is the uniform velocity graph, or I can say the distance time graph is showing the slope of a straight line when it is moving with the uniform velocity. Okay. Now here you can see the change in the slope. A kind of non-linear graph is there, means it is moving with non-uniformity. And here the straight line parallel to the axis is there, means the object is in the rest condition. The time is increasing but the distance is remaining the same, means the body is resting at the particular distance only. Am I clear? So the distance time graph for non-uniform motion is non-linear. This is a kind of non-uniform motion, means the with the regular interval of time the distance is non-uniform, or I can say not equal distance is traveled by the particular object, right? So this is because in non-uniform speed a body travels unequal distances in equal intervals of time. यानी कि यहाँ पे टाइम तो बढ़ रहा है with the regular interval, but the distance is not regular. Distance is increasing for sure. Distance increase हो रहा है but not at the regular interval. यहाँ पे भी टाइम बढ़ रहा है but the distance is constant. Distance constant कब रहेगा? जब the body is resting. Am I clear? Now let's talk about velocity time graph. Here the velocity is taken on y-axis and time is taken on x-axis, right? Now at t1 time the body has traveled with the velocity of v1, and here at t2 the body has reached, means it is at the same condition. Are you getting? The velocity is the same here, and we know how to find the acceleration, right? That is the the final velocity minus initial velocity upon time taken. Am I clear? But here because v1 and v2 are the same, they are at the same position, the velocity is the same, So here the acceleration will be 0. Whereas here in the case of second one, at t1 time the velocity is v1, at t2 time the velocity is v2. So here the velocity is changing at the regular interval. That is why it is known as uniformly accelerated motion. This is also uniform motion, but the body is at rest. Are you able to understand? So the change in the velocity of a body with time can be represented on the velocity time graph. In this graph, velocity is taken on y-axis whereas the time is taken on x-axis. If a body moves with uniform velocity, the graph will be a straight line parallel to the x-axis here because the velocity does not change with the time. Right? Next, but the velocity is increasing with the time and the graph is a straight line having the increasing in the slope. यानी एक्सेलरेशन बढ़ रहा है, यहाँ पे एक्सेलरेशन ज़ीरो है, एक्सेलरेशन बढ़ रहा है. Why acceleration is increasing? Because with the time, with the change in the time, with the regular interval of time, the velocity is also changing at the regular interval of time, isn't it? So it is known as the uniform accelerated motion. Yes, this is because the velocity increases by the equal amounts with equal intervals of time. The area under the velocity time graph is the distance of the body. यानी ये जो कवर अप किया है that is showing the distance traveled by the particular object. Fine. Now let's talk about velocity time graph with the regular retardation. Right? Why retardation? Because with the increase in the time, the velocity is decreasing. Here you can see at t1 the object is here with the velocity v1. At t2 the object is at v2, that is with v2 velocity, and at t3 it is at v3 here. So with the regular interval of time, regular decrease is there in the velocity, isn't it? So this is known as the uniformly retarded motion, or what we have heard about this, acceleration and deceleration, right? So it is also known as uniformly decelerated motion, isn't it? So if a body whose velocity is decreasing with time, the graph is a straight line having a decrease in slope. This is a decrease in slope. पहले क्या हुआ था, increase in the slope when v1 and t1, v2 and t2 they were increasing. Now यहाँ पे decreasing है, decreasing यानी retardation हो रहा है, but at the equal interval of time equal decrease is there. So it is known as the uniformly retarded motion. But अगर यहाँ पे ऐसा कुछ है, just observe the pointer where it is moving. If the slope is starting from origin O, ऐसे ऐसे कुछ हो रहा है, so that is considered as the non-uniformity, non-uniform motion, isn't it? Is this clear to every one of you? Right? Now the most important part of the chapter, we are going to discuss about the equation for velocity time relation by graphical method. Here we will be discussing about three equations of motion which are extremely important from exam point of view. Okay. So let's assume that the object is moving with uniform acceleration. Okay, uniform acceleration से हो रहा है. How can we assume that? Because we are getting a straight slope here, right? Now let's assume that the initial velocity of the object is u and it has traveled to certain distance and the final velocity will become v. Fine. And it is moving with the uniform acceleration a. Fine. And the object is reaching at point B after certain time, and that time is within the t time. Okay, and the final velocity will become v. I'll repeat, the object is moving with the uniform velocity, with the uniform acceleration, right, which is given as a. Now the initial velocity is u, it has reached to point B with the final velocity v. Now we are going to join this line which is going to be parallel to y axis. यहाँ पे हमें ये line को join करना है where this particular line will meet x axis at E, right? Have a look at this. From starting point D, we are going to connect D which is going to connect this line, which is going to be parallel to y axis, but it will meet x axis at E point. Fine. We have to draw another line BA from B, which is going to be, yes, that's what I have discussed right now. Now let time OE, means with this interval of time the object has reached from here to here, यानी ये ड्यूरेशन को क्या हम देंगे, स्मॉल t, because in t time the object has reached to point B. Now we know that BE, if we want to count B, what we have to do, we have to do AB plus AE. Similarly यहाँ पे OC is equal to CD plus OD होगा, यानी we can say that AB is equal to CD and here AE is equal to OD. Now what is AE? It is equal to OD. तो OD क्या है? It is U, initial velocity. So if OD is U, so here AE will also become U. यहाँ पे OC, what is OC? It is the final velocity V. So here also BE will become V, final velocity. So what is the value of AE? U. And what is BE? It is going to be V, right? So have a look at this. OC is equal to this OC. OC is equal to CD plus OD. Just like we have AB is equal to CD and AE is equal to OD, right? So let's substitute the values here in the equation. What we are going to get? V is equal to DC plus U. Give it as first equation. Now we know what is the meaning of acceleration. It is change in velocity per given time or per unit time, right? A is equal to V minus U upon T. We already know about this. Now what is V here? It is OC. And what is U here? It is OD. So OC minus OD upon T. And we know that OC minus OD is DC. From this equation we can conclude this. Are you able to understand? Here also I have mentioned. ये DC कहाँ से आया? From this, right? Now what we will get? AT is equal to CD, isn't it? AT is equal to CD. ये CD क्या हो गया? A into T, right? Now by substituting the value of DC from second in first, ये जो AT मिला है हमें, that is DC. ये DC को हमें यहाँ पे substitute करना है. So what we will get? V is equal to AT plus U, isn't it? And this will be our first equation of motion, that is V is equal to U plus AT. Above equation is the relationship among initial velocity U, final velocity V, acceleration A and the time T, and it is known as the first equation of motion. This is very important. Okay, this is the derivation. ये 5 marks में भी पूछ सकते हैं. Okay. Let us discuss about the second equation for distance time relation. Okay. Distance covered by the object in the given time. यहाँ पर distance start कहाँ से हुआ है? Starting from D, it has traveled B. So this is this particular trapezium I am talking about. ये पूरा distance travel किया है ये object ने, right? So distance covered by the object in the given time T by the area of trapezium ODBE. This trapezium I am talking about, where my cursor is moving, that is going to be the distance traveled by the particular object. Now we know that this trapezium is made up of two shapes. One is a triangle and one is the rectangle. So how to find the area of this particular trapezium? First we need to find the area of this triangle and the rectangle, right? So let the given time T, the distance covered by the moving object as S. ये जो distance travel किया है उसका notation क्या देंगे हम? S is equal to the area of trapezium ODBE, right? And we know that the area of trapezium will become the area of triangle ABD and the area of ADOE. How to find the area of a triangle? Half into B into H. Yes. So half into B. B क्या है? Base क्या है इसका? AB. और height कितनी है? AD. Here you can see. And what is the area of a rectangle? Length into breadth. What is the length? We are taking OD. आप AE भी ले सकते हो, हाँ? It is OD into OE. It is OD into OA because we are doing this, or we are finding this area in the concern with the object. So object यहाँ पे है, so we will take the length and breadth like this. Okay, but we know that OD is U and OE is T, so I have substituted here with U and T, and we know that AB is equal to CD, isn't it? So I have substituted AB with CD here, and I have substituted the values of OD and OA respectively here. Okay, now what is this CD? In the previous equation we have found the CD. CD is 80, right? And what is AD? This AD is T. Why? Because this is a rectangle and opposite sides are always equal. So if OE is equal to T, so this AD will also become T. So I have substituted the values like this, AT into T, and this is UT, right? So it will become, right, you can go through the previous slide for this substitution. What we are getting, S is equal to half AT square per UT plus UT, sorry, right? So S is equal to UT plus half AT square. I have just rearranged the stuff. Fine. So this is the second equation of motion, right? And this expression gives the distance covered by the object moving with uniform acceleration. अगर uniform acceleration है, तो how can we find the distance traveled by that object? By using this particular equation. Okay, and this expression is known as second equation of motion. Am I clear, beta? Now let's move to the third equation. Here we will be finding the equation for distance velocity relation. We know that the distance covered by the object moving with uniform acceleration is given by the area of trapezium. आगे भी हमने यही पढ़ा है कि ये जो ट्रेपेजियम का एरिया है वही एरिया है the distance traveled by the particular object. Now we know how to find the area of the trapezium. It is nothing but the sum of the parallel sides. अभी यहाँ पे parallel sides कौन सी है? ये OD and BE. They are the parallel sides of the trapezium plus the distance traveled by the parallel sides. Distance कौन सा travel किया है? OE. So what will be the substitution to this formula? It will become distance. Distance is denoted by S. So distance is equal to half OD plus BE into OE, which is the distance traveled by the parallel lines or the parallel sides, isn't it? Now we know the meaning, the value of OD, it is U. What is the value of BE? What is BE? It is equal to OC. OC क्या है? It is V. So it will become U plus V. And what is E? It is T. Isn't it? Have a look at this. U plus V कहाँ से आया पता चला आपको? T कहाँ से आया पता चला? Now let's use the formula which we used for acceleration. What is the formula for acceleration? V minus U upon T. Right? So on getting the value of T here by using this formula, what do we get? We get T is equal to V minus U upon A. Well, now we have to substitute this value into this equation, right? So what we will get? We will get this, right? Now by using the mathematical knowledge, what do we get? 1 upon 2A into V plus U and V minus U. Now I'll shift this 2A here. What I'll get? 2AS is equal to V plus U into V minus U. Now can we recall the mathematical identity? What we will get? Exactly, we will get V square minus U square. Am I clear? Now by rearranging this, what we will get? V square is equal to 2AS plus U square. You can remember either of these two. I think this will be easier for you to remember. Okay. So this is the third equation for distance velocity relation, which is known as the relationship between the position and velocity, and it is called as the third equation of motion. Am I clear, beta? Now let's talk about the last topic of the chapter, motion along a circular path. अगर आपको ये सर्कुलर ट्रैक दिया है मैंने, एंड इफ़ आई विल टेल यू कि आपको यहाँ पे ही साइकिलिंग करना है, आपको यही ट्रैक पे साइकिलिंग करना है, सो व्हाट विल हैपन? इफ़ यू विल स्टार्ट फ्रॉम दिस पॉइंट, आप ऐसे पूरा ऐसे गोल घूम के आओगे यहाँ पे, you will end here. Your journey will end here from where you have started, because it is a circular motion, isn't it? So zero displacement हो गया, भले आपने डिस्टेंस इतना ट्रैवल किया, डिस्टेंस यानी जो ये सर्कल पाथ है, सर्कुलर पाथ है, उसका जो सर्कमफेरेंस है, राइट, उतना आपने ट्रैवल करके वापस आप इधर आ गए हो, राइट. मीन्स हियर देयर वॉज अ राइज इन द एक्सेलरेशन, आपका एक्सेलरेशन बढ़ा है, yes, but because no obstacle was there, obstacle नहीं है यहाँ पे, आपकी डायरेक्शन चेंज नहीं हुई है, आपने सिर्फ यहीं पे गोल गोल घूम के आ गए. बट इफ सपोज in place of this circular path, if I'll give you a hexagonal path or pentagonal path or a square path, rectangular path or maybe the nonagonal path, then ये पूरे ऐसे कॉर्नर्स मिलेंगे आपको. कॉर्नर्स मिलेंगे यानी आपका डायरेक्शन भी चेंज हो जाएगा, डायरेक्शन चेंज होने के साथ साथ आपका एक्सेलरेशन भी बढ़ेगा कम होगा, बढ़ेगा कम होगा. यस, एक्सेलरेशन यहाँ पे सेम है, डायरेक्शन चेंज हो रही है, यहाँ से गोल घूम रहे हो, गोल घूम रहे हो, गोल घूम रहे हो, वापस इधर आ गए. सो इफ आई वांट टू फाइंड द डिस्टेंस ट्रैवल्ड बाय माई सेल्फ, तो डिस्टेंस क्या होगा? ऑफ कोर्स इसका सर्कमफेरेंस होगा. सर्कमफेरेंस यानी क्या होगा? व्हाट इज द सर्कमफेरेंस ऑफ अ सर्कल? 2 pi r, isn't it? So what is the distance traveled by myself? It will be 2 pi r in the given time. So that will give the velocity, isn't it? What is the meaning of velocity? Distance traveled by the object per unit time. So what is the distance traveled by myself? It is 2 pi r in the given time t. So what is the velocity to find the what is the formula to find the velocity of a circular path? It is 2 pi r upon t. So just have a look at the definition of circular motion. Motion of an object along a circular path is called the circular motion, since on the circular path the direction of the object is changing continuously. पहले मैंने क्या बताया था कि सर्कुलर पाथ में डायरेक्शन चेंज नहीं हो रही है, ऐसा नहीं होता है बेटा. अगर आप ऐसे सर्कुलर मोशन में जा रहे हो तो यू कैन सी द एरो, आइदर आप यहाँ से जा रहे हो या फिर यहाँ से जा रहे हो, डायरेक्शन तो चेंज हो रही है, बट यू आर मूविंग कंटिन्यूसली, यूनिफॉर्म मोशन जा रहे हो, जा रहे हो, जा रहे हो, राइट. द मोशन ऑफ द ऑब्जेक्ट इज कॉल्ड एक्सेलरेटेड मोशन. आप एक ही पाथ में मूव हो रहे हो ना, आप स्लोली जाओगे, थोड़ा धीरे धीरे जाओगे, धीरे धीरे जा रहे हो, धीरे धीरे जा रहे हो, डायरेक्शन चेंज हो रही है, बट वन टाइम विल कम व्हेन द मोशन विल बी हाईली एक्सेलरेटेड. आप गोल घूम रहे हो, गोल घूम रहे हो, घूम रहे हो, घूम रहे हो, isn't it? The example for this will be the motion of the earth around the sun, motion of the moon around the earth, motion of a top, motion of blades of the fan, etc. are the examples of circular motion. Now let's see how to find the velocity in case of the circular motion. We know that the radius of the circle is r and its circumference is 2 pi r. Let the time t is taken to complete one rotation over the circular path by the object. Object को ले लो, मेरा एग्जाम्पल, मैंने यहाँ से स्टार्ट किया, यहाँ से निकल रही हूँ मैं, और t टाइम में मैंने ये पूरा सर्कमफेरेंस कंप्लीट कर दिया, राइट. सो वी नो द formula to find the velocity. It is the distance traveled in the unit time. Here the distance is circumference of the circle, and how to find the circumference? It is 2 pi r, right? So please remember this formula to find the velocity in the case of circular motion. Am I clear? You have to remember the definition also along with the examples. Okay? Here v is the velocity, r is the radius of the path, and the time is t. Fine. So this is the end of our chapter, and hopefully everything is clear to you. If you find any problem in any of the topics of the chapter, you can note down your queries in the comment box. Fine. So stay tuned for the next video. Thank you. Have a good day and happy learning. Bye.